Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Airport Collection Build Tutorials series, where last time I showed you how to build this airport terminal in Minecraft, but today I am going to be showing you how to make a watchtower and a runway for your airport. And if you do enjoy, please smash that like button, as it does help me out and I would really appreciate that. But with all that said, let's get back to building. Here are all the materials that you will need for this watchtower. So before I start building this watchtower, I've just created some sort of circular guide here just to start us off. So this is a kind of a 7 diameter kind of circle, which I've just built going all the way around just here. So first up, I'm going to grab myself some grey concrete, and then just using this guide, I'm just going to place a ring going all the way around just here. And then I'm just going to build this up so it's 20 blocks high in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20 just there. And then I'm just going to build each of these points going all the way to the top until I'm level with that bit just there. So once this all has been built up, I'm now going to grab myself some white concrete, and then I'm just going to go all the way around this pillar. But when I get to the back side here, I'm going to leave a gap, just a 3 just there, and then I'm just going to continue this until I meet up with the front just there. And then just in these 2 corners to round it off a bit, I'm going to place an extra white concrete just at those points there, and also another one at these back points as well. And then just in this area, which is kind of left blank, I'm just going to destroy this going 4 blocks high just there. And then just inside this area, I'm going to grab myself some light grey concrete, and I'm just going to fill in this. And that'll just get all the floor done for the bottom bit just there. And then just where I've got this guide, I'm just going to replace that with some stone just there. And the next up, I'm going to grab myself some black stained glass panes here. And firstly, I'm just going to place 4 just on either side, and then I'm going to place 1 more just at the bottom, and then I'm now going to grab myself a deep slate tile wall. I'm just going to place 1 of these on top of each pane on either side just there, and then I'm going to place another 2 on top. So that's going to be the entrance for the staircase leading up to our control tower. And then just moving to the top of the control tower here, I'm now going to move back to my white concrete, and I'm firstly just going to build another layer just on top of this pillar that we built. And then just on each of these kind of like 4 longer points just here, I'm going to extend this out by another 2 blocks. And then just within each of these hollow sections with some more white concrete, I'm going to place 2 coming out just on the middle block. And then I'm just going to fill in these little sections just here. And then sticking with the white concrete, I'm going to just extend the edges up by another block. And the next up, I'm going to fill in the insides here. So sticking with our white concrete once more, just in these hollow sections, just in the walls here, I'm just going to fill this all with some white concrete. I'm just going to build this going all the way up until I meet up with the base that we just built. So just until I meet up just here. And I'm just going to repeat this for the other hollow sections as well. And then once these 3 main walls have been built up, I'm just going to go to the doorway. I'm just going to place a row of 3 on top of the doorway, and then just continue this one up as well. So that creates a nice little area for our staircase to go up. And then just for filling in the floor here, I'm going to move to my light grey concrete. I'm just going to build around this kind of hollow square area, and then I'm just going to fill in the rest of the outside as well. And the next up, I'm now going to grab myself some black stained glass blocks, and then just extending one out from the white rim just here, I'm just going to build this glass going all the way around. And then I'm just going to extend this up by another 2 blocks. And then after that, I'm going to go across and up with some more black stained glass. And I'm just going to go all the way around, just keeping 1 block out from the circle that we just built. So pretty much just thickening this by 1 more. So you should end up with something like this, but as you can see, with these 2 blocks just kind of like on each corner, I'm just going to place an extra block there just to round it off a little bit more to make it look more like a circle. I'm just going to place 1 extra glass block just in these points just here. And as you can see, just by doing that, it makes it look that little bit more circular. And then I'm just going to build this circle up by another 3 glass. So once the windows have been built up, it should look something like this. But now, moving back to our white concrete, I'm going to do another circle, the exact same dimensions as this first layer of glass just here. So again, just going 1 in and then just building this going all the way around. And the next up, I'm also going to grab myself some yellow concrete, and then I'm just going to go 1 out just here, and then I'm going to build another circle going all the way around. So it should be the same dimensions as this second glass layer just here. So pretty much just using that glass layer as a guide. And then I'm just going to fill in these extra areas as well. And then for the second floor, moving back to our light grey concrete, just on this bottom row of blocks on the second window layer just here, I'm just going to place light grey concrete going all the way around. And then I'm just going to fill in the whole area, leaving a square in the middle for our staircase to go up. So I've just built a ring like this, and then firstly, if I just kind of line up with the hole that we made earlier, I'm just going to build this going all the way around. So it should be a 3x3 square in total. So just leaving this middle area, I'm just going to fill in the rest of the outer edge as well. And then moving back to my yellow concrete, I'm just going to fill in this top roof with the rest of it. And then for the control tower radar system, so I've got a deep slate tile wall here, and I'm also going to grab myself a redstone torch also. And then firstly, just starting from this block, I'm going to place 1 wall just there, and then come into this corner, I'm going to place another one And then I'm just going to keep repeating this, going all the way around. Just so they're evenly spaced apart. Oh, I need to add another yellow concrete there as well. And then just on top of all of these walls, with some redstone torches, just going to place one of these on top. And then just moving to the middle block just there, I'm going to grab myself some quartz, an anvil, and some quartz slabs. And then I'm going to place 2 quartz just there, and then an anvil on top, and then I'm going to place 1 slab on top of the anvil just there. And I'm also going to build 3 blocks either side of it just there. So with the main exterior of our control tower done, we can now move in to the inside to decorate it. So firstly, moving to the entrance just here, for the spiral staircase, I'm going to grab myself a deep slate tile wall, and then I'm just going to place 1 on this middle block just here. I'm just going to build this going all the way up, just until I reach the roof, just here. And the next up, just grabbing my quartz slabs just here. Firstly, just on the right hand side next to this wall, I'm going to place 1 slab just there. And then just while going up half a block, I'm just going to place these slabs, just going in like just going all the way around, surrounding this central kind of like pillar. I'm just going to build these going all the way up until I reach the top floor. Just until I reach just here. And it's probably worth lighting up the staircase a bit, so I'm just going to grab myself a few torches and just place these around the staircase just to light it up a little bit more. And then moving to the top floor here, just for some sort of safety barrier for the staircase, I'm going to grab myself some black stained glass panes. And then starting from this point here, I'm going to place 1 pane. And I'm just going to go all the way around, just until I reach this block just here. And I'm just going to leave 1 gap here, just there. I'm just going to repeat this on the bottom floor as well. So just starting from this point again, just going to place some more panes, going all the way around, leaving a gap just there. Firstly, for the bottom floor just here, I'm going to grab myself some grey concrete. And I'm just going to place a ring going all the way around. Just there. And the next up, I'm going to grab myself a slab, an iron trapdoor, and a yellow banner. And then I'm going to place 1 slab just at the front, just here. And then another 2 slabs. Just on each end, just there. And then with an iron door, I'm going to place 1 of these behind each slab. And then also a banner just on each iron door, just there. And then for a little laptop design, I'm going to get myself a black stone pressure plate. And I'm also going to get myself a painting. And I'm just going to place 1 pressure plate just there. And then using some blocks to guide our paintings, 1 painting just in front of it, just there. And I'm just going to do that for the other 2 areas. And then for some controls, I'm also going to get myself some levers. I'm just going to place 2 levers on each side of the laptops, just here. And then finally, I'm going to grab myself some white carpets. And I'm just going to place these in any empty areas along all of this grey concrete. And then finally, I'm also going to grab myself a lantern. And then just from this block, looking up, I'm going to place 1 just there. Then go into this corner as well, another 1. So I'm just going to do this going all the way around. Just there. So moving up to the second floor. So firstly, like we did with the bottom floor, with some more grey concrete, I'm just going to place all of this going all the way around. And then with some more quartz slabs, firstly, I'm going to place 1 slab just in the middle bit, just here. And then I'm going to place another 2 just either side of this. And then I'm going to place another 1 just on these ends as well. And then I'm also going to place another 2 slabs in these left and right hand kind of like sides just there. And then moving to my iron doors, I'm going to place 1 of these behind each slab. just here. And then with some yellow banners, I'm going to place one of these banners behind each door. Just like we did with the bottom floor. And then for some more laptops with our black stone pressure plates, I'm going to do the exact same design. So just placing these in front of each of the chairs. And then moving to our paintings again. I'm just going to place these in front of each pressure plate. And then again, for some added controls, moving back to our levers, I'm going to place levers just along these computers. Just here. And then in any empty spaces, I'm going to go back to my white carpet and then just fill in these little areas here. And then for some more lights, moving back to our lanterns, I'm going to place one just in each corner window. Just here. And then for a little display board just at the back, just here, I'm going to grab myself some chains. And I'm also going to grab myself some black wool. And then just from this area here, I'm going to place one chain just either side, leaving a gap just in the middle there. And then I'm going to place 3 black wool just underneath, followed by another 3 black wool there also. And then going back to our paintings, I'm going to place just some random paintings on there for a screen. So with the screen placed, that is the interior of our control tower all complete. So now with the control tower done, I'm now going to show you how to build the runway. The total dimensions for this runway is 424 by 37 blocks. So for this runway, firstly I'm going to grab myself some grey concrete. And then first we're going to build a mighty circle, because this is going to be the bit where the planes rotate. Okay, so let's go. So firstly, let's grab ourselves our grey concrete just here. And then let's come into the bottom left hand corner. From this point, I'm going to count up 15 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And on that 15th block, I'm going to replace that with some grey concrete. And I'm just going to extend this so it's 9 blocks in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just there. And if you've done this right, the blocks should be the same on each side just here. So I'm just going to double check that before I do this circle. So yeah, there is 14 blocks on that side, and there should be 14 on this side as well. And then to start off this circle, so firstly, I'm going to start on this left hand side, and I'm just going to go all the way around until I meet back there. So first up, with our grey concrete, just going to go diagonally up by 1. I'm going to go across 3 blocks to begin with. And then I'm going to go up 2, and then I'm going to go up 1, and then another 2, and then I'm going to go up by 1, and then I'm going to go across another 2, and then I'm going to go across another 1, and then another 2, and then I'm going to go across 3, and then I'm going to go across another 9. And then just by doing this, we should have our first quarter of our circle just here. So we're just going to repeat this another 3 times until I join up over there. So again, starting from this point, I'm going to place 3, and then I'm going to do 2, and then 1 just here, and then another 2, and then 1, another 2, 1 more, and then another 2, another 3, and then another 9. Just along the bottom just here. And I'm just going to keep double checking I'm doing this right, so that point should line up with that point over there. Okay. And then again, another 3, and then another 2, and then another 1, another 2, another 1, another 2, another 1. Yeah, and then another 2, and then another 3, and then another set of 9. Just here. Again, checking that I've lined it up correctly. And then after that, I'm going to place another 3, another 2, another 1, another 2, another 1, another 2 just there. And then another 1, another 2, and then finally 3. And that will give us our whole circle just here. And the good news is we've managed to make a nice circle in Minecraft. The bad news is we've got to do it again on the other side of the runway. But before I do that, I'm just going to fill in this whole area here. So then once we've filled all of our circle up here, I'm going to mirror it on the other end of the runway there. But You know, for airports, I do recommend getting the World Edit mod, because the World Edit mod saves you so much time, especially if you're having to fill in very large areas of lands, and it's very useful for doing things like runways and like all of the kind of extra airport ground there. So if I just grab myself a wooden axe, and then firstly, just gonna go and select the area of our circle, so selecting each kind of like top corner just there. And then what I'm going to do from this point, I'm going to do copy. And then just so I can copy it on the other corner of this kind of like guide that I've created, I'm going to do / flip. I'm going to flip it east just there. And then if I go all the way to the other end of the runway, and then just come into this bottom corner just here, I'm just going to paste this in, and that'll give us our circle just on this end here without the hassle of having to do it all over again. But for this build, I'd definitely look into installing World Edit, as it does help you out a lot, especially when you've got to fill in loads of big areas of land. And there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube on how you can get it for yourself. And then next up, I'm going to connect these two circles together for our main bit of runway just here. So moving back to the left hand side of our runway here. So firstly, just from this point just here, I'm just going to mark that with any block. I'm just going to use, I don't know, warp planks for now. So I'm just going to replace that with a random block just there. And then I'm just going to almost mark, well, I probably don't have to build it all the way across. If I just go all the way to the other side, I'm just going to kind of just mark this kind of row just here. And then I'm just going to mirror that on the other end of the runway as well. And then again, just from this point on the other side, I'm just going to mark this out. Just like this. And then if we just quickly zoom out, I'm just going to fly quite high over here. And then just seeing where we've marked out over there and also over there as well, I'm just going to connect these lines together to form our main strip of runway just here. But luckily with World Edit, we can make our lives a lot easier. So I'm just going to mark out, firstly coming to the right hand side, this corner of the strip just there. And then I'm also going to move over to the other end. And I'm going to mark out the opposite corner as well. Kind of like the diagonally across corner. So if I just come all the way over here. And then I'm just going to mark out this corner just here. And then I'm just going to do / set. And I'm going to set it to what block we want, which is going to be grey concrete. And then enter. And that'll give us our strip all lovely jubbly just there. And now we don't need our guide anymore. So if I just select the corners of our guide just here. So I'm just going to select this one as well. Just going to do / replace. And I'm going to replace the yellow wall with some grass. And make sure you put grass block on the end, because if you do normal grass, it will just replace it with loads of leaves instead. I've done that many times. So if I just press enter, that'll get rid of our guide just there. So next up, we're going to add our markings for the runway. So I'm going to grab myself some white concrete and then just come into this block just here. I'm then going to go across another 4. And then on this block just here, I'm going to replace that with some white concrete. And then just following the same strip this point's on, I'm going to go to the other end and place another white concrete just here. So it should kind of leave a 1 block gap just between here and the grass just there. So just leaving a rim on each side of the runway. And then I'm just going to extend these 2 points all the way along the runway to the other end, where we're pretty much going to mirror where it stops. So it should stop kind of 4 blocks in, kind of like the circular area just here. So we're just going to build this going all the way across to the other end. So as I build up, just until I reach 4 blocks in, just along here. And again, just doing that on the other side. And then by doing this, you should have 2 strips just on each end of the runway, just there. And the next up, with some white concrete for our marking. Starting from this point, I'm going to go across 7 blocks in total. And then on the 8th block, I'm going to go up by 2 blocks. And on that block, I'm going to place 1 white concrete just there. And then I'm just going to thicken this by 1 more. I'm just going to extend this so it's 8 blocks in total. And then I'm just going to repeat this another 2 times, leaving a gap of 2 just in between them. just like this. And then I'm going to build another 3 strips, but this time I'm going to leave a gap of 3 just in the middle here, as we do need a center line for our runway. But then, after leaving a gap of 3, I'm just going to mirror what I've done on that side, on this side as well. And then I'm just going to repeat this pattern on the other end of the runway as well. So again, just starting from this block, I'm going to go across another 7. And then on the 8th block, I'm going to go up by 2. And on that block, I'm just going to place another white concrete. Then I'm going to extend that by 1 more. I'm going to leave a gap in between these points of 2. But then when we get to the center bit, we need a gap of 3. But then continue in the gap of 2. Just here. And then I'm just going to extend each of these points again, so it's 8 blocks along in total, like we did with the other side. So once this has been built on either side, I'm now going to add the runway numbers. So starting from this kind of 3rd strip just here, I'm going to go up by 2 blocks, but then on the 3rd block, I'm going to place 1 block just there. And I'm just going to make the number 28. So I'm going to go across 2 just on the bottom there, 1 up, and then across another 3, and then 1 up, and then another 3 just there. And then I'm going to leave a gap of 1, and then form my 8. Just going to do a shape, something like this. And then I'm just going to do the same sort of number on the other side as well. And then moving to the other side, firstly, for our number 6. So using this 4th strip first, I'm going to go up by 3 blocks, and on that 3rd block, I'm going to go across 3, and then 2 either side, and then another strip of 3, and then 1 on the left-hand side, and then 3 just on the top for 6. And then I'm just going to leave a gap of 2, and then I'm going to place 5 white concrete just there for our number 16 just there. And the next up for the runway center line. So firstly, from this point, as you can see, there's like a gap of 2 here. And then we've got our numbers. And then I'm going to leave another gap of 2. And then from this point, I'm going to place 1 white concrete just there. I'm just going to make sure that it's 4 blocks in total. And then I'm just going to repeat this going all the way to the other end, making sure we're leaving that gap of 2 in between. And then as I reach the end, it should be a gap of 2 here, but then just 2 blocks just on the end just there. But to be honest, if it isn't perfect, it doesn't really matter that much, as long as you're keeping that gap of 2. But if you've like done 1 block off, then it might do something like this. But I think this is all right for now. And yeah, that'll be our center line for our runway. So next up, just starting from this point just here, I'm going to go across 18 blocks in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then just on the 90th block, I'm going to replace that with some white concrete just there. And then I'm also going to go 1 up just there. This is short that block, so it should go 2 up in total. And then I'm just going to build this across 6 blocks in total. And I'm just going to leave a gap of 1 in between these, and then repeat that another 2 times. I'm just going to mirror this on the other side as well. So again, leaving a block of like a 2 gap, and then building across 6, and then just leaving a gap in between each of them. And the next, I'm going to leave another gap of 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. On the 19th block again, I'm going to go across another 6 blocks just there. And I'm just going to extend this across so it's 5 in total. And then I'm just going to join these together. And then just fill in the area. Just here. And again, just mirroring this on the other side. So from this point, as you can see, there's like a gap of 5 here before the center point. So I'm going to go across another 5. I'm going to place another 5 just there. And then going along so it's 6 in total. And then up and along for a square. And again, just filling this area in as well. And the next up, another gap of 18. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then again, on this 19th block, just there, I'm actually going to go up 1. Replace that block with some more white concrete, and then again going across so it's 6 in total, and then leaving a gap of 1, and then some more white concrete just there. And then just mirroring that on the other side as well. So leaving a gap of 6 this time on either side. Let's go up another 5 blocks, leaving a gap in between these, just like this. And then from this point, I'm going to go across another 18 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Again, on this 19th block, I'm going to do one strip of 6. Just here. And then there should be a gap of 7 on that side. And then I'm going to mirror it on this side as well. So leave another gap of 7. And then I'm just going to place another strip, which is again 6 along, just like this. Just so it's matching the other side, just there. And that gives us pretty much the little details for our first half of the runway. I'm just going to repeat all these little details on the other side as well. And then just starting from this point just here, I'm going to go across another 18 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And on the 19th block, I'm going to replace that with some white concrete again. I'm just going to extend this out so it's 6 in total. I'm going to leave a gap in between these strips again. And then place another 2 rows on top of that. And then leaving a gap of 5 on either side. Again, just going to place another strip of 6. And then just leaving a gap in between these as well. And again, from this point, let's do another gap of 18, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And on the 19th block, replace that with some more white concrete. And then I'm going to go across another 6 blocks, then up by 4 on each side. And then connecting these points, and then just filling this area in. And then I'm going to leave a gap of 5 on each side. And then again, doing another row of 6. And then 4 on each side, filling in the gap. And then filling in the hole, just there. And then again, another gap of 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then on the 19th block again, I'm going to replace that. But then actually I'm going to go up by 1. And let's just destroy that just there. And then I'm going to go across another 6. And then leaving a gap of 1. And then another 6 just on top. And again, just mirroring this on the other side, making sure there's a gap of 6 on each side. And then finally, just on this point, another final lot of 18. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then on the 19th block again, destroy that and replace that with some white concrete. And it should be in the central point of those 2 lines just there. And I'm just going to send this across so it's 6 in total just there. And again, just repeating this on the other side. So there should be a gap of 7 on each side. And then just 6 blocks in total just here. And with all of these markings done, that is our runway all complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed this second part of the airport collection series where I showed you how to build your control tower and a runway for your airport. And then in the final part, I'll be showing you how to build all of the ground vehicles for your airport as well. But yeah, so thanks for watching. And also I do have a Discord server. So if you want to join a building community, the link is below for that as well. And as always, if you did enjoy, please smash that like button as it does help me out. But anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you in part 3. Have a good day.